Hey friends, it's Mrs. Yao with your weekly edition of Scholastic News. Remember to follow along as I read in your own magazine. This week's edition is called A Time for Thanks. This time of year, we think about things we are thankful for. Being thankful is called gratitude. Some scientists study gratitude. They've learned something exciting. Gratitude is good for us. Then you have a little picture of a turkey that says Thanksgiving is November 24th. Great, you can go ahead and turn the page. And remember to follow along as I read on page 2. The Science of Gratitude. As you read, think about something you feel gratitude for. Scientists say that we can practice feeling and showing gratitude. Think about something you love. It might be a pet. It might be a hobby, like singing. How do you feel when you think about it? Do you get a warm and fuzzy feeling? That's gratitude. Gratitude feels good. We asked scientist Miriam Abdullah about gratitude. She studies how gratitude makes kids feel. Gratitude gives us a warm feeling inside, she says. It makes us feel connected to other people. It is good for our bodies too. Scientists have learned that feeling grateful, which is the same thing as gratitude, helps us sleep well. It makes our bodies feel relaxed. It can help us feel fewer aches and pains. Big and small gratitude. It's easy to have gratitude for big things like presents, but experts say you can have gratitude for smaller things too. Okay, we're going to the second column on page 2, up at the top. Gratitude isn't just about toys, Miriam says. It's about other things in our lives that make us feel really good. Maybe you feel gratitude when you smell cookies baking. Maybe you feel it when you hear a kitten purring. That's a whole world of great things to be grateful for. And at the bottom, we have a picture or a photograph of a little boy hugging himself, and there's a little red caption in the circle that says gratitude gives us a warm feeling inside. Okay, on page 3, you have this big yellow text box. We're going to read there, so follow along with me. I have gratitude for. Marian says gratitude is about seeing that there's goodness in your world. Sometimes these good things are big things, and sometimes they're little things. Here are things Miriam is grateful for. Put a check by the ones you're grateful for too. So any of these boxes that I read below, if you're grateful for that thing as well, then you can put a check with your pencil beside it. So the green box is a photograph of someone's hand and a ladybug. It says a ladybug landing on your hand. So if you're grateful for that, put a check. The purple box is a family. They're all hugging, and it says a hug from your grandpa. And then the next row, the pink box, is a group of friends eating, and it says friends asking you to sit with them. And then the blue box is a boy and his dog, and the dog's licking him on the face, and it says a dog giving you a big lick. And then on the bottom row, the orange box is a cat, and it says a cat purring. And then the red box are some yummy looking cookies, and it says the smell of cookies baking. So remember, if you're grateful for any of those things, you can put a check beside it. Okay, we're going to turn the page to page 4, and you have a graph that we're going to look at. So follow along with me as I read this. There are many ways to show gratitude. This graph shows some kids' favorite ways. Look at the graph, then answer the questions. And this is called the gratitude graph. So guys, this is called a bar graph. You might have learned about it in first grade. We're definitely going to be learning about it in second grade towards the end of the year. So on the bottom, this is giving you different ways that you can show gratitude. And on the side, these numbers stand for how many kids chose that way to show gratitude. So the bars, these different colored bars, go up to a number, and I will talk to you about what those numbers mean. So the first way says saying thank you, the purple bar. So if you go all the way up to where it ended and you go across, that number comes between 12 and 14. What number, when you count, comes between 12 and 14? 13 is right. So 13 kids said saying thank you was the way that they show gratitude. All right, and then the green bar says giving a hug. If you go all the way up from the bottom to the top, it ends on the number 16, which shows that 16 kids show gratitude by giving a hug. And then my favorite color, the pink bar, is helping someone out. And if you go to the top of the bar and then go across, it looks like it lands on the number 6. So 6 kids show gratitude by helping someone out. And then blue, writing a note. If you go to the top of that bar and then go across, the number is between 4 and 6. What number comes between 4 and 6? That's right, 5. So 5 kids show gratitude by writing a note, like a thank you note. Okay, so now we're going to answer the questions. Remember, you do need to answer the bonus. It is one of your questions. If I'm reading the questions and going too fast before you can answer and I move on to the next question, then just pause the video. You can always rewind if you need to hear the question again. Number 1, how many kids chose giving a hug? 6, 13, or 16? And remember, you go up to the top of the bar and go across to find that number. Number 2, which one did exactly 6 kids choose? Saying thank you, writing a note, or helping someone out? And so you may have to look at all 3 of those bars to find which one equals 6. Number 3, which one did the fewest kids choose? Remember, fewest means the least amount. So which way of showing gratitude did the least amount of kids or the fewest amount of kids choose? Writing a note, giving a hug, or helping someone out? Number 4, how many kids altogether chose giving a hug or writing a note? So for this one, you're going to need to figure out how many kids chose giving a hug and how many kids chose writing a note. And you're going to need to add them together to figure out how many there are. So there's space over here where you can work your problem out if you need to. And remember, if there's any regrouping, we know how to do that now. Don't forget to start in your ones place. So your choices are 11, 16, and 21. All right, the bonus says how many more kids chose saying thank you than writing a note? So you're going to need to find the number for saying thank you and the number for writing a note, and you're going to need to subtract that in order to find your answer. And you have plenty of space down here where you can work your problem out. Okay, so now we're going to go to the reading quiz. And again, if I'm going too fast, remember you can pause the video and rewind if you need to. And boys and girls, make sure you look back in your magazine to help you find the answers. You can even use your pencil to underline the answers to prove what your answers are. Number 1, what is this article mostly about? A, how Thanksgiving got its name. B, presents we should feel grateful for. Or C, what scientists have learned about gratitude. Number 2, gratitude can make us feel blank other people. A, scared of. B, connected to. Or C, bored with. Number 3, which of these isn't a hobby? Crying, A, crying, B, singing, or C, playing sports. Number 4, look at the picture at the bottom of page 2. How do you think the kid is feeling? So you're going to need to go in your magazine to the bottom of page 2 to look at that picture. How do you think the kid is feeling? A, sad and nervous, B, happy and grateful, or C, tired and cranky. Number 5, why do you think the author wrote this article? So why do you think the author wrote this article? Was it to tell you about things that the author is grateful for? When they say she, that means the author. Number 5, to teach you what scientists have learned about gratitude. Or C, to make you feel a warm and fuzzy. So, out of those answer choices, which one makes the most sense for what the article was about and why the author wrote this article? All right, friends, don't forget, go back, prove your answers to help you, and underline them if that helps you in the story. Do your very best. All right, we will see you next time. I'll see you when I see ya.